Just one touch and I'm lost inside your love. Just one touch means more than words can say. Just one touch and I know I'm gonna stay for always.
Well, awesome. We made it to a Friday. Just to let everybody know, there's nobody here yet anyway, but
this is me. It's good.
There might be a certain time during the show I might get a fast text upstairs that a package is coming. I just got to go to the door and sign it and receive this IKEA fucking thing I got to put together. Good old IKEA. I got to put together, but they put a time schedule of between 9 and 1. Of course, right in the middle of the show, but, but I just got to run upstairs, sign it when it gets here. That's about it. I don't know when, but what I was telling you was I was actually on the Black Sheep Research webpage because he's uploading a video called The Crown, and it has a picture like the Queen and them, like skeleton kind of style, and I was just letting them know that we actually did a video about how we're the true royal family in the UK.
You're damn right.
And he didn't know that, so I gave him Captain Rankin was that's in our chat right now. He was over there too. So
cool.
So letting him know that you and I actually in that video, we had the articles of the guy who claims that, which is our uncle, which is our family member, and not, we're probably going to have to do eventually another show about that, because when I further did the bloodline research, I know a lot of people hate Ancestry app. I know a lot of people don't like that, but we are on it, and it does have direct bloodlines to being a duke. Actually, bloodline for the UK, and we actually have a great grandpa that's 100% pure Indian. That when you look at it, it's like pure Indian.
That's weird. I know.
It's kind of
on both sides, dude. On both sides now. Great grandmother on one side, great grandpa on the other side. And I was joking with somebody. I'm gonna find out if they're related. That both of them married white people. Like the great grandmother married a white man, military, and then the great grandfather, who was a Texas Ranger. Remember that? He was a Texas fucking Ranger. A pure Cherokee Texas Ranger, which is weird, is married a white woman. It's as weird as it may sound, but yeah, and then they might have been related. Yeah,
you never know. It's kind of a cool, it's kind of fun following your ancestries and all that, and it's really hard to put your head around it, because when you do it, you kind of forget that, you go up to your grandpa, two people. Then that grandpa, they go up to two people, and then it's just like a whole big freaking spider web. But the main percentage, of course, of that is now if you and I both took the DNA test, they took our DNA, and aliens already have your DNA. Yeah. There will always be a slight difference between what both of our DNA show, because sometimes you'll take a dominant DNA versus I will, but in line, it does tell you what majority you have. Majority of our family in the past is actually Scotland, and then of course the UK,
Wales,
a little bit of Ireland. Now Ireland, Scotland, it's almost like how many Ireland during that time was actually on the Scotland country, but we're more Scottish than anything. It makes sense, red hair and all that kind of stuff, but we got like I said, we got the UK ties, and with the UK ties is the bloodline to the royals. So we are the proper royal bloodline. It's not we're not making fake news or nothing. The bloodline does reach, and we do have dukes on freaking Ancestry. I mean, it's there. It's all there. But the king and the queen, they're never going to leave. They're never going to let that happen. They're never going to.
They're going to leave. I'm going to kick their ass out.
You need to.
Remember, I told you about the new science. And remember, archaeology, anthropology, went to school for it, and I've never ever. This is brand fucking spanking new, dude. They do. They're doing the mitochondrial DNA. They do it on the female line. They always do it on the matrilineal side, but they've now got a machine. Weird now in this fucking weird ass place. And remember, there's male mitochondrial DNA now. It's all in the tail of the sperm cell, and so some people carry now male mitochondrial DNA, and so they're able to actually do a more accurate test. They used to be just a female. Now they can do a male line too. They do a way better test. I'm like, when the fuck did this ever happen?
Technology gets better and
better and better and better.
And and it's kind of cool when more people do kind of take it. People you don't even know, and when you look at the chart of how close they're related they are, these people are related to you, and they're related to you, but you didn't know they took it. They don't know you took it. So it's really kind of sweet in a lot of ways, and you can learn a good way of your history because it gives you like DNA points, kind of help you. Because a lot of people hear stories from parents and you're that, and then we actually do a DNA. No, they're not. Now, one thing the DNA test has problem with is there is a race that you don't get to see a whole lot of this certain race on a ancestry and all that, and that race is actually the American Indian race, the American Indians, because to start to get more accurate DNA, more people's got to do it, and it's based on how many people do it. It all works. The American Indians don't do the DNA test, so there's not a lot of arrows go that way because nobody's taking it on this end. They're really not. I mean, it's kind of crazy because there is Indian blood in you, but it doesn't really show up because you need multiples. That's why I'll get an email saying, "Hey, your ancestry changed because more people took it." And then when more people take it, it gives you more of a line where you came from, where it's at, where your bloodline really is.
Yeah. Remember, I've been avoiding it because there was this mass, and I did the research on it, and a lot of people don't know this, but again, the owner of Google, his wife, and he's got a sister-in-law that work with 23andMe. 23andMe is that genetic site that everyone's doing the like Ancestry.com. There's Ancestry.com, and they work with 23andMe, which is another ancestry DNA center. Now, remember I talked about that.
Competition.
Yeah, and funny thing is now, this is the people don't know this. They're building a database. They are literally, and this is not me bullshitting, this is actually out there information to look at. They're building a database based off 23andMe of people's DNA. And I'm like, when the fuck? They're doing a goddamn across the globe, and they're encouraging everyone to do the test because they're doing a database. So Google has your DNA. They have your algorithms for what videos you watch. They have your algorithm for what pornos you like. They have for what clothes you purchase online. And on the flip side of that coin, in the same relation, they also have your DNA. They got everything about you. So if there was an AI like we joke about, Eric, and it was working on Google, they got everything.
They have your DNA. As soon as
everything.
As soon as you join the military, they have your DNA. So
they got your DNA.
No matter what, your DNA, they do have your DNA, no matter where you go. But I was just trying to pull up my ancestry here, but if for whatever reason I can't log in, but I don't know. Who cares? Maybe they're locking me out on purpose.
They don't want you in there.
Yeah. So just do a little shout out real quick. Flat Accord Music actually did some horror. Actually did two videos of different horror kind of a sound, so I can put into the intro. So I want to thank Flat Accord Music for doing that. I saw it popped in on his channel last night. Went up there, checked it out. It was really cool. I haven't built it yet. You know, I got to get the iMovie program out, take that music and put it in there. But it will get there. But so I want to thank him for doing it because, you know, it takes time. You know, even though it's 30 seconds, 30 seconds because StreamYard, for me to make it easy, is only 30 seconds. So, but 30 seconds, not hard. You know, that's kind of harder sometimes because when you do a 2-3 minute song, you can do different rhythms in it. And when you're doing it to 30 seconds, you're trying to find the main rhythm for that section. So that's a lot of work in it. So, so all right. So what I was talking about yesterday, I want to talk about tickets real quick. How tickets work. How the laws work. Can you get tickets? Because there's been a lot of shows, a lot of everything about tickets. About can you get a ticket for I don't know, for a few things. Can you get a ticket for wearing a mask, not wearing a mask, or could you get a ticket for say they made a law about you can't hop on your you can't hop. You're not allowed to hop on one leg. Say that. Just say it. I'm just picking out something because if you keep using a certain word, if you use a certain word, you know what I'm talking about. They can take you. They'll take your channel down.
Well, jaywalking. Use jaywalking because in England and all over Europe, I've been to, you can jaywalk legally. In America, you can get a ticket for jaywalking, like a $300 fine. Japanese crossing the road with traffic.
Well, let's pretend that jaywalking has never been a law here. Okay, there's never been a law.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, usually with most laws, the people you vote in, you got your governor and you got, the representatives of your state. Every state's different a little bit. Every state's different, but usually have like a governor and the people go in and then they create laws.
Yeah.
Laws get voted on with the different parties that's within your state government. And then it becomes law of your state. I mean, that's basic. It's just like the government, just like the president, the House of Representatives, Congress. They have laws, they vote on it. The president usually vetoes or goes with it. The governor, same way, same works on a smaller scale with the state. And then that's how it becomes law. Now there's thing called executive order. Okay. Now, for example, executive order, for example, just in case if anybody out there doesn't know what a executive order is. Actually, I do have a share screen of the governor's. Maybe I'll put this in the chat because maybe some people would love to read about the powers of governors. Now, every state's a little different. They have different constitution for each state, but basically, if you think of when you think of executive order. Donald Trump just recently did an executive order. If you remember, they were trying to pass a second stimulus package. And of course, they still haven't passed one. It keeps, for whatever reason, governments don't really give a shit about the people and they can't get this passed. So what the president did was he gave an executive order. He took parts of that package that was not passed for unemployment. Okay. He said, I'm going to give everybody in America who's unemployed an extra $400. So he made an executive order where he overrided the Congress and the Senate, and he made it into law without even going through the normal process. Now the Congress and stuff, now they could fight that in courts where they could say it's unconstitutional, but of course, they weren't going to do this because if you do that, you're taking away money from people who are unemployed. That makes you look like more of a dirt bag. You know what I mean? So the governor just can't come out in typical things and just give out executive orders. But But let me read this. The authority of the governors to issue executive orders is found in state constitutions and statutes as well as case law, or implied by the powers assigned to the state chief executives. Governors use executive orders, certain of which are subject to legislative review in some states for a variety of purposes among them. So basically, different states might have a different typical law about it. But how can they use it? Well, if it triggers emergency powers during a natural disaster, energy crisis, and other situations requiring immediate attention. So basically, in the state of Washington, you have the word pandemic, and it doesn't matter if you think it's real or not. It doesn't matter at all. If it's recognized as a pandemic, government states, then that gives the power for a governor to actually give out an executive order.
Yep.
Without that, you can't just give out executive orders. Only like the presidents could do that. Now they can. So in the state of Washington, our governor is Inslee. Now he could give an executive order on jaywalking. He could say, because now guys, remember, we're pretending that jaywalking, you could jaywalk. It doesn't matter. Inslee says, oh God, during this pandemic, we just cannot have people jaywalk. Because if they jaywalk, they can get hit by a car, virus, whatever. They can get hit if they just jaywalk without the light being proper. So he can give an executive order. So first thing I would do in your state, if you really don't want like this, first thing you got to do is even if somebody says it's a law now that you gotta have a napkin over you, okay? A napkin.
Yeah.
Now, the first thing that you should do is check to see if your governor has given an executive order for it. That's the first thing you should do. Because if there's no executive order, it's not law. It's not law at all. Okay? That's the first thing you do. You check. Every state's different. Unless the government comes out and says, I'm doing executive order for all states, because even though you have a state law, the federal law overpowers the state. For example, in the state of Washington, you can buy marijuana. Okay, but it is still a federal offense. So basically, you can't get arrested by a cop or get a ticket for it. But technically, a government FBI can arrest you for marijuana because it's federal. Now, most of the time they won't, because usually to make it a federal offense, you gotta have a certain amount. Okay, they're not gonna waste all this money on one single guy for a few joints. So usually the federal government stay away, but because of that, that's why marijuana shops can't do business with banks. They can't call. They probably have another business where they funnel the money through. But that's another story, okay? Yeah. So people, so this is, hopefully, if people never heard of this, this is why I'm telling everybody this. Okay, so now let's say your state did give an executive order for you to have napkins. You got to have a napkin everywhere you go, so you can blow your nose and not get your spit or nose germs on anybody. Okay, now if he does give you an order, the next thing you should do is read that order. What's the language that's in it? Because you just can't make a law that says you got to carry a napkin on you at all times. It's got to have reasons where, why, what, when can you not. So there's a lot of little sections within one law. One law might have one sentence, but there's paragraphs of what you could do with that law. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully that part is making sense to everybody. So you look at the law. There's a lot of gray areas in that law. Okay. Now also remember, all because it's the law, it doesn't mean that the cops have to give you a ticket. Now, like Bob said, you can't get a ticket for jaywalking. Now that's very rare that somebody gets a ticket for jaywalking. Usually if you got a ticket for jaywalking, it's because the cops think you're some kind of a punk, you're up to something, and they're using it as an excuse to say, hey, we're watching you. That's usually the main reason why if you get a ticket. Now, say you did get a ticket, all right? Now, let's just say, everybody, say, flat accord music, say you're walking down the street, you're jaywalking, you don't have your napkin with you, and you actually get a ticket. Now, the next thing you should do is, let me show this other picture. Okay, let me show this other picture here. Now, this is this right here. This is the state of Washington ticket right here. This is not your. If you're from California, Portland, your tickets might look different. But this green here is the state of Washington ticket. One of the first things you should do is, if you get this ticket, is on this ticket. I know you can't see it very well, but there's a section on here. I'm trying to see where I can find it. Where is it? There is a violation code on it right here. It I know you can't see it, Bob, but you see the second square to the bottom.
Yeah.
The second square to the bottom. The first line in that second square to the bottom. There's a RCW 46.61.060. That's a validation code. Now that code means is what you're getting, but whatever you're getting busted for, you're getting where you got to pay money for it is within that code. So even though they said, Bob, so they make it sound like this. So Bob, say the cop says to you, Bob, I'm giving you a ticket because of this, and then now let's say, highly speaking, that there's actually not a law for this, okay? Yeah. But you still got a ticket. You look at that code, right? Because that code could mean that you were you're trespassing, okay? You might have been on stairs that belongs to a building that technically it doesn't belong to you, and he actually gave you a ticket for trespassing and not for this.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to also look at the code.
Look at the code.
You gotta look at the code. Now, and they can actually give you tickets for multiple violations too, not just one. They could give you one ticket that has 3 violation codes. So
it'd be 3 different codes in that box.
Yes. There could be 3 codes, could be 4 codes, it could be as many codes as they want. So if you go, and then you have a choice. Okay, like this ticket actually in Washington, your state, everybody's state might be different. Now I don't know how they do in the UK. So this might not work in the UK. Most tickets on the second square, on that second square to the bottom, they actually give you a price. Now that's kind of weird where it gives the cop the power to give you a price. That's kind of weird, because the reason that's kind of weird is Bob, like say a cop is going to give you this ticket for this. And he's going to give you the max, $300, right? Now, say a blonde, beautiful, foxy girl, let's just say, walks across. Now, he has to give her a ticket, right? But instead of giving her a $300 ticket, he's going to give her a $68 ticket. It happens all the fucking time. Oh. Cops got more power to tell you what price of your ticket is. Now, you have 3 choices. You either pay it, okay. Police cannot get involved in a trespass. Depends on what state you are. All a cop has to say is they have probable cause to be there. They can make up anything, guys. They can make up anything on reasons why they have to be there. Dude, don't find a hooker on the side of the street to say, I saw something tricky there, and it'll give you the power. The cop can say he thought he saw a gun on you. That gives them. So cops can get around that. But every state has different laws. Discrimination, you got that right. So what we're saying. So I said a fine girl could get okay, you got 3 choices. You pay the ticket right off the bat. Or you can mediation. Now, a lot of people, believe it or not, Bob, don't even know what mediation means. And a lot of people this. A lot of people go to court, thought they're fighting for the ticket. No. A mediation hearing is just saying, I admit to the problem, but I have a reason why I'm doing it. And the only thing the judge could do is reduce the ticket. He's not going to throw away the ticket. That's not what mediation is. A mediation is saying, I'm guilty and I want to reduce payment. Now, actually, a lot of places now, you don't even have to go to court. You can do all this on a piece of paper. Okay? But because you're not in front of a judge, you're not arguing back and forth, right? You're just like telling your story and he'll tell his story. Okay? Now, the third choice is, of course, you can fight it. Okay? You can fight the ticket. Now, like I said, if you're going to fight the ticket, you better look at all the codes, trying to figure out what is he even giving you the ticket for. Because you might think he's giving you this, but he's giving it to you on trespassing. And why that's a trickery in a way? Because the way they write it up, they can say, Bob Wood had a paper on him on this steps, on this house, and you're thinking, okay, he got the ticket for this, but because he wrote that you were on a steps of a house, you were trespassing. So what I mean? So you got to watch it. So the judge can say, well, he's not giving you a ticket for that. He's giving you a ticket for this. And you don't have an argument.
You're reading the ticket thinking, well, he didn't have his mask on. And then when he goes to the judge says, well, according to the code, it's written in the box. No, you got one for trespassing or causing a disturbance. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. They could catch you on it. It's a little catcher.
I just want to say, AGM, you should study. Yeah, he said, know your laws, Eric. I've been studying their laws for decades. Now, I want to let you guys know, my information comes from a person that's related to me that works in the court system, works with the tickets, that process tickets every single day. So I'm telling you the information from firsthand of somebody who works in that department, and I'm backed by Bob. Bob knows this person who works with the tickets and how it works and works with the judges. So I'm telling you the point of view from that person on how it works. Now, every state's different too. Every state's different. Every state can. And I'm just using the trespassing guys as just an example. I could say Bob was wearing this on a beach that was closed down. And since Bob was on an area that was closed down, he's trespassing, or he's on somewhere that he's not. So let's not get hooked on the word trespassing. I'm just giving you a reason that he could give you Bob a code for something else. He could give a code that Bob was littering a cigarette butt on the ground. Yeah. Okay. And Bob didn't know he threw a cigarette on the ground. He thought he's getting a ticket for this, but his actual ticket is for throwing a cigarette butt on the ground. Okay. If that's easier for people, that's fine. I think people are getting hooked on the word trespassing. Maybe I shouldn't use the word trespassing. Okay. So go to court and you try to fight the ticket, blah, 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 and say the judge don't say, and the judge has the law could be on your side, Bob, but it's still up to the judge what he wants to do. The judge could say, no, you broke the law, even though you didn't, and still say you got to pay it. Now,
you got to pay it.
You got to pay it. Now, you can appeal it, but of course, every time you appeal, guess what? You got to pay for a lawyer. You got to pay this. Most people can't afford to pay for an appeal because going to court is not cheap. Okay, and usually if you appeal, you gotta have a lawyer.
Yeah, you want to charge you pretty fucking good money.
Yeah. So why is it like so? For another example, and when people hear, so why is the government all fighting over who's Donald Trump is nominating for a seat in the Supreme Court? Because you try to find judges that think the same way as you do, because judges do manipulate the laws, because a lot of these laws are written with such a gray area. A judge is that final factor of what that gray area means. So a judge could tilt a law half empty or half full. I mean, so that's why it's so important. That's why the Democrats don't want Trump to have a nomination, because then the Supreme Court will have mostly a certain way of thinking. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to guarantee think exactly the way you want. They're still a judge. Once you're appointed a judge, you can vote any way you want. Okay, so all I'm trying to say, to make it simple for everybody, is if you want to know if something is in law, you can look it up. Look to see if your governor made an executive order. If he hasn't, then it's not law. Don't have to worry about it. Now, if he did make a law, then just read it on what is the definition of that law. What is it saying? What does it mean? What's the gray areas? Do I have to wear a napkin at all times? Do I get exempt from it if I'm sick, or if I have, anything? You have to look at it. Okay. And then if you do get a ticket, you got to look at the code. Every code has a meaning behind it. It has a definition, because when they give you a fine, they got to put that fine in a code. And with their database, they have a database, they know where most of their money coming from. Now, this is the thing, guys. Cities don't tell you this. A lot of people think, hey, the cities make all their money mostly off your taxes. No, they don't.
Tickets.
Your taxes. I meant Trump and Sleepy Joe. Oh, I didn't know if no. God, so okay, I got it. I almost forgot where I was at. So your tax money is already slotted to go to this program, that program. Everything is already slotted for. Most everything. 70%, almost 70%. Every city is different. Maybe some 60, 40, 70, but almost major cities, 70% of their income, that their money comes from tickets.
Yeah.
That ticket money is what powers the city to keep going. So during the pandemic stuff, another reason why it hurts the city so much is you're not seeing a lot of tickets being given, because there ain't a lot of cops, ain't a lot of this. And one of the reasons why, like, mayors, you know how, like, in the city of Seattle, Bob, we got a bunch of stupid representatives that are trying to deban 40% of the cops, right? They want 40% less cops. They want to cut all this. Now, the reason the mayor and them, they don't want this, they're not going to tell you this. If you cut 40% of the police, now crime will go up. Yes, it will. I mean, that's just common sense. But you're also going to have 40% less cops to give out tickets. Less money. So you're thinking, so when you're a representative, you're saying, but we're going to save all this money. We're going to save 40% of all this money, not having this many cops, and we're going to put all this money in these programs. Yes, but you're also taking away 40% of the tickets. Now, I'm not trying to say we all want tickets. Don't get me wrong, but the truth of the matter is tickets is where the cities make their money. So if you get rid of all these cops with these tickets, you're taking – yes, I know, so weird, right? You're taking away money from the city. So mayors don't want that because they work with the budget. They know the budget. Representatives don't care about the fucking budget. They don't care. They just want to look good to get revoted, so they still get their paychecks. But you don't hear none of the representatives say, hey, take 40% of my paycheck since there's going to be 40% less money. Okay? So, okay.
They got cameras.
Now, beyond that, there's also businesses that can actually, you hear a lot that business can get a ticket, can get a fine through a ticket for not wearing napkins or whatever too. Now that's a total different law. You have to look up a business executive power law differently than versus a regular law about pedestrians, regular people. So that's two separate laws. So you got to look at the business, because they might not pass a law for us about this, but they still can pass a law for business. Now in Washington, if a business gets busted by a police officer for not having one of these, what they do is they shut you down automatically for 7 days, even before you're even allowed to fight it. Okay, even before you're allowed to fight it, they shut you down. Now, I don't know what it is on other states. I can't tell you. Every state's different, and every city's different. Even a city in the state can make their own laws of things, you know. All because we do something here in Seattle doesn't mean Spokane, Tacoma has it, unless it's a government easily order for all towns, counties in the state. Hopefully I'm making sense to people.
You're guilty until proven innocent.
Okay, now there's also people that say you should get yourself a ticket so you can fight the system because we need to overwhelm the city with tickets. I've heard that a lot. We want to overwhelm the city with so much tickets that they're going to have to throw everything out. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I'm going to tell you the fucking truth about that saying. And I know this because I have family that works in these fucking departments. You can't overwhelm the fucking courts. They want 1 million tickets out there. They want it. Because, dude, it's money. Some states, they got up to 3 years. Some cities, it's all different constitutions for each state. But in Seattle, like, they got 3 years. So they can hold on to your ticket for 3 years. It could be like Bob, it could be your second year that you had a ticket, and the final 2 months you're thinking, oh, right, they forgot about it. And they can actually still send you to court. And these computers know that you're close. Okay. The computer system tells them what the priorities are. You know, they have different priorities of tickets, believe it or not. They have different priorities. You know, DUIs are more important than a jaywalking ticket.
Yeah.
Right. So if the courts are overwhelmed with DUIs, your jaywalking ticket, if you're trying to fight it, you might not even see a judge in 2.5 years. That's just the fact. That's just how it works. So I'm not trying to scare people or nothing. So if you get yourself a ticket and you think I'm going to fight it, listen, they know percentage-wise how many people paid the ticket right off the bat. They already have a percentage, and they know how many people are going to mediate a ticket, and they know how many people are going to fight a ticket, and they already have a percentage of how many people are going to win or going to lose. At the end of the day, it's all about money. So if you think you're making a difference through getting a ticket, I'm telling you right now, you are not. I'm just telling you. And the reason I'm telling you guys is I am not trying to go against a truth community or this community, the police community. I'm just giving you the facts that you are not making any difference of fighting a ticket. Because they might not even see you in 2 years, especially right now, the pandemic. And in 2 years, people might not even give a shit on why you even got the ticket, even in the first place. Now, and this is the part that I'm going to have to come out strong on. I'm going to have to be strong. And if I piss some of you people off, I am sorry. If you're a business, you got to understand, if you're a business and you're telling a business, go get yourself a ticket, you got to prove your fucking point. In Seattle, you have to shut down for 7 days before you're even allowed to fight it. And those 7 days could be the difference of you having your company still exist or your company's gone. You're talking about you might have 3-4 people working for you. Or, dude, when Bob came down here, I showed Bob a brand new store, Bob. I showed Bob a brand new store that they built in Burien called Ancon. It's a cool little store with some stuff you could buy, like, I don't know, a furniture, whatever kind of stuff. And after this pandemic, they only last 9 months or shut down. Bob, our breakfast place that we love called
I know. That sucks, man.
Bitch shut down.
That sucks.
Now, I'm not going to tell you that 7 days is maybe if they got a ticket and they could have been going out of business. But what I'm saying is they have 7 days. And they say, well, you can fight it. Now, at the end of the day, you can have every way to beat a ticket. But at the end of that day, it's still up to that judge. And that judge will look at you. Bob, I could be a judge and say you're fighting me and you're right. I know you're right, but I look at you. I'm a judge. I look at you like, dude, you don't got a fucking dollar in your fucking wallet. I'm going to go with this. You could go ahead and appeal it, but you're going to have money for a lawyer and all that. And then the higher courts, they don't have to take your case. They can say, no, our court's not going to see it. And you can say, well, for appeal, I'm going to ask them to pay for my legal fees. Okay. So say you have that say the court does see you and you have it in there that I believe that I was right, he was wrong, and if I win, they should pay the legal fees. The judge could go, Bob, you're going to win your ticket because I believe you have the rights, but I don't think you have enough of the right to have them pay for your lawyers. So you can still lose, but win.
Yeah.
So I just when I hear other channels to tell people what they should do, ask yourself this. Those people that are telling you to take a chance of paying something, are they doing it? That's the first thing you should ask. Well, and then the person you heard it from, say Donald Duck is the YouTube channel you're watching, and Donald Duck, get yourself a ticket. You shall fight it, and you got yourself a ticket. I'm sorry, that's a bad Donald Duck voice. You shall fight the ticket. We got to win. Say you got a ticket, you lost, you have to pay all this money. You think you're gonna go back to Donald Duck and hey, Donald Duck, you're wrong. I lost, and he's gonna pay for your ticket? Shit, dude, shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Just tell them where you were born, and then they'll let you go. I just tell them what lodge I was born in, and they let me go.
Captain Rankin, you may or may not get help from the judge. That's the risk that you take.
Maritime law.
Dude, you hear all the time, oh man, I don't want that judge. She's harsh. I want that judge. Different judges rule different ways. You don't know who you're going to get. You never know who you're going to get. So,
never know.
You know, and you think, well, I'm going to take this all up to the Supreme Court. Well, fuck. Between you and the Supreme Court, all those courts don't even have to hear your case. They can say, no, that judge below you, he ruled right. We're not even going to look at your case. So it's even the higher courts to even take your case. So, and the thing is, the states, they all know this. They got you. So when you think you're going to overwhelm them, you're not. They want your money. They love your money because that's what keeps the states going. Believe it or not, if you take away all cops and there's no tickets, you know what's going to happen? I hate to say this. Your taxes are going to go way the fuck up.
Yeah.
So if they can't get money from here, it's going to come from here.
Somewhere.
It's going to come
out of your ass. Come out of somewhere. Those bastards. They'll tax you. Overtax you. They'll just keep taxing you. Sin taxes. Sin taxes on top of sin taxes on top of other taxes. I love Europe, man. There's no taxes on a lot of shit, so it's kind of cool. But they don't keep their paychecks. They only get half of their paychecks. So people in Europe, they only get half their paychecks.
Friend, Fizzy Pop. Hey, Shell Team 6. Oh, we're Shell Team. All right, right on. Dan can't comment in the chat. Dude, you comment in the chat. Why, is somebody banning you? Hopefully nobody's banning you.
No.
I'm not banning you. You shouldn't be banned as long as you're cool. Hey, Arbor Performance. So if you're going to fight the system, well, only thing I'm going to say is you better have a fucking shitload of money. Because, listen, there was a guy who fought the system.
Yeah.
Won. There was a guy, remember Hustler? He won. Because freedom of speech, right, in his magazine. The difference between Hustler winning and Bob, if you did something wrong and you winning, he's worth millions and billions. He can afford lawyers. You can't.
Nope.
So
I can't afford a lawyer.
Lost.
I can't afford a lawyer. I tried. Any pro bonos? I couldn't get a pro bono lawyer for the fucking likes of me for anything. No.
What is this here? I think the whole system is a mafia, corporate empire. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
The judge, flat chord music, the judge could judge any way he wants, in a way. He's supposed to follow the law, but doesn't have to. And that's why there's appeals that you could do. But then those judges could be friends with that judge, say, no, he ruled right. Might not even see your case. It is a mafia system. My wife got a magazine because she works. I'm not gonna say where she works for, but she's part of the Teamsters, and she didn't really know the Hoffa story with Teamsters and how Teamsters were a bunch of mafia people. I mean, everything is run by mafia. Any of you guys watch the fucking stupid ass debate last night? They were just throwing dirt on each other about how both each other are mafias. They're taking money from other states. I mean, my fucking God.
So mafia, they're all related.
Guys, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, cousins.
Down channels, but if you're going to listen to a channel to tell you you should do this and you do that, I'm going to tell you right now. That's how me and Bob are studying cults. We did a show about the cults. That is how cults get started. All right.
Yeah.
Cults get started is when, okay. If you want to think about it, how can a cult kind of get started? When you read information, the cults looks, when you try to be a cult leader, you look for an angle to get people attention, right? Okay. So for example, Bob, like in religion, oh my God, you could start a cult based on religion easily. You can say, dude, everything that's going on in the world is becoming an Armageddon. We're going to die in 2 years. Yeah. And people will believe that shit, and you start to become a cult. And then when that person starts telling you to do stuff that you're not going to do, dude, I think you just saw a cult leader.
Yeah, I'm still trying to start the cargo cult. Getting the bamboo ready for the fucking planes, man. It's hard. I need money. Where's Dan Garcia at? You guys got to donate money to my cargo cult.
Trump pulled a Kennedy on Nixon.
737s, DC 10s.
Twitching like shorting out. My head's twitching. I love these people. I love them all. Oh my God, Dan, you missed Last Awakened Saint glitch like a robot.
My God.
Here's a good one. Let's be honest. Does it really surprise anybody? No, it should not surprise anybody. You're right. But guess what? You know this, dude. I know your channel. You're a smart guy. You're intelligent. You know there's a lot of people that will believe whatever somebody says. You know that, and I know that. If I say I took a shit and it looks like the religious Mary lady, someone's going to look at that shit and says, oh my God, that is the Virgin Mary. People are going to believe it. You know this. You guys know this. I'm not saying
I think I found Jesus on toast.
Okay.
I think I found him on toast.
And I hate to say it, you know, and there's a lot of people that's so blind, but if you're, I never tell people what they should do.
Toast. I think Jesus is on the toast.
Yes, people are robots. You are fucking correct. People are robots.
I'm going to sell this toast for a lot of money on eBay. It's got Jesus on it. I think Mary's on the back.
Have any of you ever watched this channel? Have any of you ever saw me say, hey, yeah, you guys need to do this. You guys should get together, get 5 of you, walk into a building and say, Jesus lives, we're all going to die. I never done that. Oh, what is this? Hold on. Revelation talks about people not being smart enough to stock up during a period in which the government commonly shut down, making everybody beg for the market of the beast. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm with you. I feel you. I feel all of you.
Well, you know, when we had Black Sheep on, you know, one of the things that we did talk about is knowledge is power. Information is power. Learning stuff is power. You know, and we're constantly keep learning. You're learning, I'm learning, you know, and you know, I've made a decision on my show that a lot of you guys know that I will not be using the fucking stupid word Mandela effect ever again. I'm changing the word to paranormal effect. You might think it's stupid. That's fine. I will not disgrace Nelson Mandela because of rich people like Broom and the people from the Mandela Effect conference abused the name, used it for their own money pocket, and I'm decided I'm not going to go by that, so I won't use the name again. You got to make your own decisions. But I never told anybody in the chat that You can't use that word. If I see you use that word, I'm going to ban you. I don't do that. You know what, Bob? You know what also I've been hearing?
What's that?
Two people.
The 24th of October is National Tripe Day. Where's Dan Garcia at? It's Menudo on the 24th, dude. Have you guys ever heard of Menudo on the 24th? It's Tripe Day.
I had two people that said they actually got banned and kicked off because who they're voting for president. I'm going to tell you something. If you got now, I don't know if they're telling me the whole truth, if they weren't acting like jackasses, but I'm going to say something. If you did get banned just because who you're voting for,
yeah,
that's fucked up because you can vote for anybody you want. I could give a shit who you vote for. I know who I'm voting for.
Take that anymore.
I don't care who you're voting for. If you got kicked out because who you're voting for, dude, that's a fucking cult. That is a fucking cult. Listen,
be careful what cousin you vote for.
I'll tell you who I'm voting for president. Bob, who am I voting for president?
I'm voting for you because I was going to vote for cousin Hillary, but I couldn't figure out between cousin Hillary, cousin Biden, or cousin Trump. But I figured I'd vote for you because you're my brother, your closest blood.
I am voting for myself. I actually did fill out the proper paperwork. My name is not on the ballot because I don't have a million names. I don't have a million signatures, but I am technically running, so you can vote for me. And if you tell me, if John Torres said you're voting for Joe Biden, good for you. Or if Joe Torres says I'm voting for Trump, good for you. I hate the part of this country where you're either this or you're this. And both people, and these people don't realize the biggest problem of this fucking country is the both party systems that we're in. Republicans suck. Democrats suck. All parties fucking suck. Yeah, but this year's different. This year's different. This is the most important election of my lifetime. Every 4 years, Bob and I have heard that bullshit every 4 years. It's the most important. Listen, you vote for who you like, and it's over. It's done. Whoever wins, wins. It's over. We got to live with it. Okay?
Yeah.
You got kicked. Now, if you did get kicked out.
In your life the other day.
But now, Bob, people do exaggerate. It's like maybe they did say something to really got them kicked out. I'm just saying, if you really did get kicked out for what you believe in, then that show is a fucking cult. Stay away from them. Okay? Just stay away from those people. What is this? Rob, take your glasses off, bro. Show those slits, brew, be proud. Love, laugh, and lizard.
That's actually
I
pretty
vote for my favorite lizard, Paris Hilton. Fine. Vote for Paris Hilton. Dude, whoever you vote for is who you vote for.
These are actually medical guys. I'm not joking. These are from the Veterans Administration. I got one working eye. Dan, I got actually one working eye.
Taurus,
I like to protect one eye.
Taurus, you must not watch my video that Bob and I made almost a year ago. Bob's going to be my vice president.
Yeah, vice president. You guys are all in office. Consider yourselves in office. You guys are going to be in charge. I'm going to have a guy in charge of marijuana. It's their sole job is to make sure marijuana.
And
we're going to save the economy with weed.
And one of the first things I'm going to do as president for you guys, I'm getting rid of that presidential music, and I'm going to have Flat Accord Music create me new presidential music. He's going to create me new presidential music. Okay, so that's all I gotta say. So, Bob, you got anything to say about how tickets and all that work? Did you kind of understand what I was saying about tickets?
I don't get tickets because I joined the Freemasonry a long time ago.
There you go.
That's no bullshit. That's I'm not gonna lie. I just tell them where I was born, which is and I give them the lodge number, and let me go. Or if you're in a car, you just tell them that you're a wanderer, and then you tell them that you're not driving a commercial vehicle, so they can't give you a ticket, and they let you go. So this is not a commercial vehicle. I can't pay your taxes. And then tell them what lodge you're born in, and then give them a couple of these, then you're good to
go. The weeds are.
Man. Funny Dan's in there. Texas, cheers. I'm drinking tequila.
Bob, put your glasses on. They see your reptile eyes, buddy.
Yeah. All right. I put my eyes on for you guys. I don't have pupils. I don't have pupils because if I don't have pupils, it freaks people out. They think I'm a fucking zombie. So there you go.
I know one else who sucks, Eric, and she has a wild mouth, buddy.
The question is, which one is dead and which one's alive? I got one working eye.
Bob and I, we learn information, and the trick is not just to learn information. And once you learn something, and it's up to you if you want to move forward with what you just learned. If you don't, then I'm sorry. You're just if you know the truth and you're hiding the truth from people for your own cause to make your own money, then you're no fucking better than a fucking cult.
Educate yourself. Educate
yourself. Thank you. Educate yourself. It's simple as that. Bob, actually, what's the name of that cult that you're in?
I'm a cargo cult. Yeah, bamboo, strictly bamboo. Everything's bamboo.
And then, Oxide, he's in the cult 666.
There you go. Yeah. But don't forget 666. If you're a 23 fan, it ends in 7 now. Yeah. Everything has a 7 at the end of the 6s. So everything 6s and 7s. Oh, shit. Dan's in there. I got a question for him. I got an actual question, Eric. I hate to change subject. I've been dying to get him in there. Scarab Performance. Dan, question for you, dude. I always ask these questions. When you're playing cards, and you'll know this, do you remember if the queen was higher or the king was higher in a hand? He'll know cards. He knows cards.
Repeat that question.
He knows poker. So anyway, no pun intended for other things, but he knows the game of poker. Texas Hold'em, the whole thing. He knows poker. Trust me, he knows poker. Is the queen card higher than a king's card in the game of poker? And he'll have an idea. I gotta find out. This man will know everybody will know one thing, and this man will know fucking cards like the back of his hand. I gotta find this out. He might remember like I remember.
You know what? I wish. Is there an artist? Is there an artist that's in the chat? Because I like Taurus's idea of an alien. Hey Bob, hold on. Say something real quick. It might be upstairs. Hold on. Say something.
Oh shit! So it's just me. Oh. So anyway, I have a fucking memory which is most likely wrong. But if you're playing, everyone knows my chess question. So in a game of chess, in my world, the queen was always higher than the king. You checkmated the queen. If you're playing cards like poker, the queen card always trumped the king card. And then if you're buying a bed, the queen size bed, the king, are you high right now? Okay, see, I'm wrong then. Okay. When we played, it was the queen card was higher.
Well, we read those rules that in the UK, during what part of the year did the queen become more powerful than the king?
In this place, it's the British common law. So if you're following the British common law, the queen card would always beat the king card. Or if you're playing chess, the queen would be higher than the king. However, in this place, everything had switched. So now with the king card, you checkmate the king. I already talked about this 1,000 times. But also in poker, the king is always higher than the queen, even in cards. But it's unusual that why the hell did Red Hot Chili Peppers make that song about the queen being higher than the king? If you checkmate the queen, you win the game. Exactly the name of in the song. So I'm like, they remembered. I don't know. So anyway, I was asking him because he's a poker player. So what he says is what he says. It's 100% solid. Yeah. Shit, that's weird. Where the fuck am I from? Man, I'm in a different fucking place. I must be from really far away. Yeah. Even in the Navy, we played poker, and queen card always beat the king card. But I don't know. We're in this place. Everything's upside down.
Now let's talk.
I want to ask Dan.
Let's talk some good old fun Halloween stuff. I don't know if anybody heard of this article here. Could you have Samhain phobia or the fear of Halloween?
Oh.
If somebody wants to read this, you can. Okay. Let me go back here. It's not a trick or treat. This phobia is very real. So there is a phobia that people are afraid of Halloween. Halloween is often internationally scary, and it can feel downright overwhelming for those with Samhain phobia. Samhain phobia. I never ever heard of this. This is awesome. Or the fear of Halloween. Okay, defined as a persistent, abnormal, and unwarranted fear of Halloween. Samphobia is the term rooted in the ancient pagan traditions, particularly those of the Celtic Druids. The festival of Samhain was celebrated as early as 2,000 years ago to mark the night before the Celtic New Year, October 31st, the last day of the Celtic year, was seen as a time when the veil between the living and the dead was thin, and ghosts could walk among the living for both good and evil. The Samhain festival was centered around massive bonfires, ritual sacrifice to the gods, fortune telling, generally wore costumes made from animal skill. So basically, they fucking worship the suns. Bob doesn't really believe in costumes in these kind of a festival. So Bob said he's running naked because Bob wants to be one with the fire, one with the bonfire. He wants to be one with nature. So Bob's going to scare the creatures away by being naked. Can you imagine you're a creature and you see a fucking bearded guy running naked around a bonfire?
Yes.
I'm fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Or is there anybody in the chat that wants to see Bob run naked around a bonfire?
Yeah.
Any takers?
Yeah. I want to run naked around a bonfire. That's what I want to do.
Now, Bob, what causes samphobia?
What causes samphobia?
Well, samphobia is not a distinct diagnosis in a DSM/5, whatever the fuck is a DSM/5, but does sound sexy, sounds great in a story. The fear of Halloween may meet the diagnostic criteria for a specific phobia. Specific phobia involves an irritational and excessive fear that is related to a specific object or situation. Wow, no shit. That's awesome. The cause of samphobia may therefore be similar to the cause of other kinds of specific phobias. The exact cause of a specific phobia are not known, but previous frightening experiences, genetics, and brain chemistry may play a contributing role. So basically, I guess what they're saying is anything can become a phobia. For example, let's say all you guys have this toy. This is Ash from the Evil Dead with his little chainsaw, right? You see that, Bob? Here, let me get a closer.
Ash.
You see that? That's Ash.
That's
now,
Ash.
this is not a phobia as we speak. But what if at night you go to bed, right? You're going to bed, right? And then this thing goes, keeps attacking you at night or gets out of his box and haunts you like an Annabelle, fucks you up. Guess what, Bob? But if he does it every single day of the week, the Ash gets out of this box and starts fucking you up, scaring the shit out of you. Then and even after you destroy it, you might develop a phobia because you're afraid of Ash now in a box.
You play with dolls, huh? I play with dolls. I got dolls.
I don't have a lot of dolls. I mean, I do have toys.
I'm a racist, so I have this doll.
Oh,
I'm a racist, so I have this doll.
Oh, hold on. I got a toy that represents Bob. You guys want to see Bob? This toy is. I'm going to rename it Bob.
Oh, I've got this one. I'm a racist. I always play with dark toys.
You guys remember this character?
I would cut this section out and play it a lot on other videos, so I get labeled a racist.
Oh man, I don't see how did we get here. I remember. Hey Paul, laugh out loud. I was just singing in the chat. So let's go back to this phobia shit. This phobia.
Who doesn't have a voodoo doll? Come on. I
Yeah,
have voodoo
right,
dolls.
right. Who doesn't everybody have a voodoo doll?
Voodoo doll.
Look,
Yeah.
voodoo doll. See, laugh out loud. You know,
Yeah.
everybody has dolls, right? I mean,
yeah.
you know, we all got toys, right? I mean, I got the whole Beetlejuice toys right here. Look at that. Look at that. You know, and Christmas is coming up, so I got my Jack, you know, Jack Skeleton. He's Santa Claus in that outfit, you know. Never been open, never been open. Had this for fuck, I don't even remember. I don't know. I never opened it. That's my coffin. That's my Jack the coffin. Okay. Sorry about that.
So
Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back here. So what
the Santa thing? So they're afraid of
Oh, here we
Halloween.
go.
So that
For some people, the fear of Halloween is based on other specific phobias: ghosts, witches, vampires, zombies, blood, gore, darkness, lightning, mask, animatronics, tombstone, clowns. A lot of people are afraid of clowns. That is so weird. I never thought clowns were scary.
sure.
You know what? If you see a clown, just remember the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Okay,
Yeah.
see that movie, you'll be fine. And loud noises are just a few of the basic Halloween staples. Now, listen, first of all, if you have loud noise, that can happen all year round, not just Halloween.
Yeah.
If you have a phobia of these or other relatively common elements, you may be triggered even by small children who are trick or treating in costumes and makeup. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
well,
scary
if
stuff
you're
right
afraid
there.
of kids trick or treating, you just put a fucking sign on your door saying "No candy here" and be that one jerk in the whole neighborhood. Which,
Yeah.
who knows how the fuck this year's Halloween's going to be? I mean, we really, seriously,
There is no Halloween this year.
there
There is
is
no
no Halloween this year. I mean, my God, they're talking. I'm serious. On the news this morning, on the radio, driving to Seattle this morning in the city, they're talking about how this is going to be the first year in 160 years
160 years.
that Macy's will not have a Santa Claus where kids sit on his lap. I am serious. That's what they said. Now, first of all, it sounds kind of weird. It sounds kind of weird that kids sitting on Santa Claus' lap, but I don't know. We're not going to go there. But they said it's been 160 years where New York has already canceled the Macy's Christmas parade, and it's going to be a virtual parade. I don't know how they're going to
have that.
I don't know, but
No.
we don't know how the hell Halloween is the most funnest freaking. It's not. I know it's not technically a holiday, which I'm going to be honest. I think Halloween should be a fucking holiday. We have Thanksgiving as a holiday to thank everybody and cook food. Why can't we have Halloween as a holiday to bring people together? It brings witches, zombies, ghosts, living, the undead. Yeah. It brings everybody together, even aliens from outer space. It brings the whole world together. Halloween should be a world holiday, an actual where everybody has it off and you get paid double that day. If I'm president of the United States of America, I'm going to make Halloween a fucking law that it's a holiday and you get double pay for not even showing up.
Well, actually, a lot of people are misunderstanding the whole thing nowadays. I mean, they're so local, they don't understand that. Technically, Halloween starts May 31st. You didn't know that. No, May 13th, not 31st. It starts May 13th. And ends on November 11th or 1st, one of the two. November 1st or November 11th. Yeah, it starts on May 13th and ends on November 11th. It's kind of weird. Well, if you turn it upside down, it's like, it's weird. Yeah. Yeah, and it's Lemuria. We have that Lemuria thing. So it used to be Lemuria. So Halloween used to be Lemuria at one point, people in the past. If you guys know what Lemuria is, it's in this place. I don't know. That's where a lot of the stuff is. Roman Lemuria is where a lot of this stuff started from in this place. If you're an anthropologist, you figured it out. But if you're really into it, it starts. Halloween is actually Hallow Eve, which is the 31st, and then Halloween, which technically the real day starts November 1st. It's in the all day saints and all that fun stuff day. kind of really changed a lot. It's kind of weird. People don't understand the whole concept of Halloween.
Well, let me ask you straight out. Ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. What is it?
Yeah. Well, the Samhain thing is just Celtic's way of saying it. You know, it's the god of the dead. You know.
You know what? Hold on. Let me share the poll about Samhain real quick, just to see what the feeling is. What people. Okay.
Roman.
So I put up a poll, a vote. Do you know the history of the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain? 24% says yes, 72% says no, and 4% says don't care. So far, 24% of the people, Bob, don't know what the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. So I just wanted you to know that, Bob, so you can try to explain it the best way you can. So here we go.
Why? Oh, shit. According to what I'm seeing here in this fucking, I don't know. I'm not from here, so everything's fucking wrong for me, but most of the people that have whatever effect it is, they think I'm wrong all the time, too. So it don't matter. I can say whatever the fuck I want. It don't matter. Everything's wrong.
Do you want me to show the definition of it first? And then
you can look up, if you look up Lemuria, So Lemuria is actually the island that sunk. It's a Roman.
This is what Samhain, this is what it says here, Bob. This is what they say about Samhain. Samhain is a Gaelic festival marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter or the darker half of the year. Traditionally, it's celebrated from October 31st to 1st of November, as the Celtic day began and ended at sunset. This is halfway between the autumn equinox and the winter. So that's the word Samhain. So I was letting you know what that says.
Yeah, but actually it's Roman S now. So look up Lemuria. Lemuria.
Let me get Google up. Now, how do you spell that again?
Lemuria. Lemuria.
Okay. Let's see. Let me hit enter.
Look up Lemuria. Medical cigarettes, people. I have glaucoma of the asshole. Okay.
What the hell?
Okay. Lemuria. It doesn't want you to find it.
No, I'm going to show you this. Hold on.
Yeah,
so you don't think well, look. Hold on. Let me hit share screen.
Watch. Yeah, it won't let you find it.
No, it's coming in. It's finally coming in. It wasn't going to come in. Here we go. Lemuria. Lemuria is a continent that, according to a disproved scientific theory put forward in 1864 by zoologist Philip Skelter, was located, subsequently sank in the Indian Ocean.
And it's no longer there. So according to the Roman traditions, look down, you'll see some other things probably on Roman traditions for Lemuria and celebrating of the dead.
So you're saying this right here, this picture.
Yeah, that's no longer exists. It's gone. It's no longer there. It'll probably appear eventually, but it's gone.
Moore says Halloween is celebrated over the realm. It's actually celebrating the dead from trials that occurred from the previous civilization, resets during the torrid meteor showers.
Very nice. Oh, I hear feedback. It's a feedback from something.
Now, okay. So you're saying this is gone, but what is that? Well, I mean,
so go back down, scroll down a little bit. Scroll down. You'll see stories of Lemuria and how the Romans. You see it right there. Do you see anything about Lemuria?
The name of a hypothetical lost land, variously located in the Indian Pacific. It's a lost land that Tamil legend has been civilized for over 20,000 years, with its population speaking Tamil. The concept of Lemuria has been rendered obsolete by modern understanding of plate tectonics.
Ooh, let's see here. Yeah, the name of a hypothetical lost island, and they also talked about on the island It did a lot of ritual, a lot of dead to living rituals. The
Well,
Romans took a lot of the information from this place. Where anyway, it goes into a whole thing about
here,
it.
Bob, Lumiere, the fabled lost continent that turned out to be real, almost. For decades, scientists offered wild theories about the fabled lost continent of Lumiere in the ocean. Then, in 2013, scientists actually found some evidence.
13. Yeah, there's a 13. But a lot of the information, a lot of stuff they talked about rituals that come from this mysterious island that I have never really heard of.
Oh, look, DNA talk. Forget all you know about tectonics, evolution, and the study of DNA for a moment. Back in the mid-1800s, a few scientists working from scant evidence decided there must have been a lost continent in the ocean that they call,
Well, yeah, it goes into all kinds of stuff from this place. But anyway, ignore all of that. We'll go back to that's just one of the concepts of the Romans bringing in certain traditions from a place that didn't exist. But moving forward, I'll probably lost half the fucking people in the thing. Also, another tradition, the modern day version of what, forget about the Celtics and stuff like that. What it is, they have in England, and they had what is called Bonfire Day. And a Bonfire Day is on the 5th of November. The Bonfire Day usually starts early and starts moving into the 5th of November. The famous, what's his name, Hawk, was blew up Parliament, blew it up, right? He blew it up. The famous, everyone knows that famous Hawk guy, right? Everyone knows what I'm talking about. Blew up Parliament. This is over in England, Eric. So this is right after the whole celebration for Halloween. Blew up Parliament, but in this place now, in this reality, he never blew anything up. He was caught, dismembered, and put into a big bonfire. And so now they burn him in effigy. But in my time, he actually blew up Parliament. And so they have these big bonfires for his celebrate whatever. They caught him. They actually did catch him, and then they put him in pieces. But when the Irish and when the Irish went over to the States, and Scots went over to the States, they would still celebrate. They were celebrating because they try to ban the Puritans. They would try to ban Halloween for any kind of holiday like that, anything to do with anything with the dead. So they brought over they still had the tradition of Bonfire Day. So they would have these celebrations where everyone would dress up and have Bonfire Day. So they couldn't exactly do away with the thing altogether. So Bonfire Day basically was transferred over to the United States, where it basically saved what they would call now Halloween. I know it sounds weird. It all folds into each other because November 1st is All Souls Day and All Saints Day. From the Catholic Church took it over and took away the Celtic idea of it. And so they called it All Saints Day. So you go out and worship your family members that passed away, whatever. Then they combined it. They couldn't get rid of it. They combined it with Bonfire Day. So that's why it's such a prevalent time from the November 31st all the way up to November 5th because of the Irish and the Scots and Bonfire Day. See, they kind of blurred into each other. I know it sounds weird for people to hear, but in this place, it's really interesting because, again, he was never, he never ever blew up Parliament, but he did. I remember him blowing up Parliament. But anyway, it goes back to that. But Eric, they also called it in this place. This is going to be a head scratcher for a lot of people. But they also called it the Halloween is also called Gate Night. You ever heard of Gate Night, Eric?
Gate Night.
Yeah,
Oh.
Halloween was also called. This is back in the 1930s. They called it Gate Night because what the kids would do is go open all the gates to all the fucking farms and let all the animals run out. They called it Gate Night. They also called it Mischief Night, where they go out and they would take people's wheelbarrows and they would dismember. They'd take apart the wheelbarrows and put them on people's roofs. It also put farm animals on top of people's roofs too on Mischief.
Well, there's I see Gate Night here. Proper noun, Gate Night around New York City, Connecticut, Rhode Island, particularly night, commonly the night of the 30th to the 31st of October, during which young people play pranks and do mischief in their neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Over here, here's Mischief Night. Mischief Night is an informal holiday on which children and teenagers engage in same thing in prank and vandalism. It's known as a variety name, including Devil's Night, which
Devil's Night, Hell's Night.
Devil's Night in the movie The Crow.
Yeah, so
every Halloween they call it Devil's Night.
Yeah, so a lot of people that have my memory, like they remember Halloween. Okay, so Halloween is Halloween. It's just Halloween. You've got your own definition. You remember when you were a kid growing up, Samhain, blah blah blah. But I have never heard of Gate Night, and I've never heard of.
I'm sorry. This is funny. I thought Bob said Gay Night.
No, Gate, Gate, not Gay Night. I'm sorry, Juan. I'm sorry to let you down on that one, man. But it's called Gate Night, and so they would open up everybody. All the kids are around, open up everybody's gates.
For the record, it's all right, Bob. If you're gay, it's fine. You're accepted.
Oh yeah, Gate Night. So that's another new one for me on this whole thing, especially when things are starting around May 13th and working their way all the way up to November 1st and November 11th, all these different things. And then, of course, the Vatican took it over. That is only in Texas.
Oh, yeah. That's moving.
But yeah, so if you guys are at Dan's house, you guys can let his cows out of the back of his fence on Halloween night. It's okay. Dan, it's okay. It's Gates Night. I'm sure you've heard of Gates Night. I'm sure you went out and opened gates up in the fields out there, but I never heard of it. I've never heard of it. I just want to throw that out there for some certain things out there. Yeah. So also, it's really important, Eric. Remember this year, everybody, that we have the blue moon on the 31st. Remember, the blue moon is on the 31st. Now, the blue moon only shows up every 19 years. Let me say that again. The blue moon only shows up every 19 years. So from the year 2000 and up to 2020 now, every 19 years, we have a blue moon. And so the blue moon showed up on the 2001st, 2020th, which is this year, 2000. Oh, man, we got to go with one eye here. 2000, oh, God, 39, 2058. And then we're going to have 2077 and 2096 are going to be the next blue moons. But the second one is going to be number 2 blue moon it's going to be this year. It's on the 31st. So everyone remember that. So remember about the every 19 years, the blue moon will be coming up. If you guys are into numbers and numerology and all the wacky shit here, and Eric doesn't call it Mandela Effect World. We'll call it Wacky World. So whatever you guys want to talk about. But yeah, so there's this one going on, Eric, on this Halloween. So remember that on Gates Night, Hell Night, Mischief Night, which is interesting by itself. And yeah, and then yeah. Also, again, the church took over the whole pagan tradition. They call it All Saints Day, so you're going to have All Saints Day is what it's really going to be called. But don't forget that the Vatican and all this stuff, they all worship Constantine anyway, because Constantine was technically the son of God, which is the reincarnation of Jesus. That's why they wear the Constantine symbol on their chests. You guys know that. So remember that when you do your religious services on Halloween.
You know what's sad is somebody emailed me this. The 5 best holiday parade in the world. Somebody emailed me this, and it's kind of sad because when you look at this is not going to happen this year.
No.
New York's Village Halloween Parade. I mean, look, people are having fun. This is why I'm saying it should be a holiday. Look at this. People having fun. And then none of these people are wearing masks and stuff to cause damage to bodies and stuff. Look, they're having fun. Look at this. Carnival
celebrating the dead, man.
Look at that. Look how fun these. It's like Disneyland out on all the streets. I mean, it's sad. Look, Magnus Halloween Parade in Galway. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
Look,
but Eric,
Hollywood.
I know it's going to be sad. The 31st is going to be sad. There's going to be no fun Halloween. However, everybody remember, Dan Garcia, you're out there. Don't forget, you're in Texas. You guys have Menudo. So on the 24th of October, which is next week, It's World Tripe Day. So don't forget, you guys, we have World Tripe Day. That's a famous day. It's a famous day for everyone to have. So if you don't have Halloween, you have Tripe Day on the 24th.
I'm trying to figure out, what is this girl here wearing the red? What is that?
She's the woman in red. She's the woman in red.
Now, I get the boxing, and this guy,
Yeah.
I get this guy is making fun of fat people because he's wearing an outfit that's making him fat. I guess he's making fun of fat people because if you're skinny, why you want to put a costume that you're fat? That's kind of, I don't know. That's kind of
That's weird.
Now this guy in the back with no shirt on with the blue, like, is he a mermaid king or something? Or I like it.
I don't know. I think ever since the Pope passed the Gay Marriage Act, maybe this is getting blurred into gay parade, dude. I mean, the Pope has passed it, so that might be kind of a mix between gay parade and Halloween parade. Maybe it's going to be a blend of the two coming up.
I tell you what, when I look at this picture here that's in Hollywood, I'm going to tell you something. I don't want to go here. If you look at the majority of these people in Hollywood, you don't really see a lot of costumes. You see a few people with paint. You see a few. But most of these people in Hollywood just look like normal people. What the fuck, Hollywood? Now if you go like this one, look, they're all wearing makeups. They're all dressed up here in New York. I mean, they are walking in parade. But still, if you're going out on a Halloween event, don't you dress up?
I want to dress up. I want to go out on Gates night and then go out and open gates up.
You want to go on gay night. You want to go to the Blue Moon.
Not a gay night, a Gates night. I want to go out on a Gates night. I would like to go out on the I might do a Gates night on the 24th, which is tomorrow. Today's the 23rd. Now remember, 23 is, if you go into is 666, 666, 666, 7, or it's 0.666, 666, 7. So and that comes out to the 6 13. Anyway, let's focus on Eric. Forget about Halloween. It's over. It's done deal. We need to focus on Tripe Day, World Tripe Day. Let's think about Menudo. Tomorrow's Menudo Day.
Tomorrow's Menudo Day?
Yes, tomorrow's the day for Menudo.
Are you sure?
I'm sure everyone's talked about this all year round. It's the happiest day. I'm sure there's a lot of people having celebrations. There's a lot of get-togethers, Eric, on the 24th for national or for worldwide Tripe Day.
Hold on.
That we always have that.
Menudo, California, today, tonight, tomorrow's. So tomorrow's a what day?
Tripe Day. Tripe
Day.
Yeah. There's a lot of get-togethers all over the back of the turtle for Tripe Day.
Okay.
So that means Menudo, man.
Let's see here. Tripe Day.
That's why I'm happy that
October
Dan's in there for share performance.
October 24th.
Yes.
You need a strong stomach to get through the World Tripe Day. It's on the day every October 24th that people celebrate unique food called tripe. When you eat tripe, you're eating the stomach lining of a cow. Oh, that's like tripas.
Yeah, like tripas, yeah.
Oh.
Tripas, yeah, tripas.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't have Halloween. We don't have a lot of holidays, but we do have Tripe Day. So I just want to bring that up to a lot of people out there. Menudo, yes.
Yeah,
I love
Menudo. Oh, yeah, we know that. Dude, Tori, we grew up in Fresno, California.
Yeah.
Menudo was huge because the
every Sunday
in Kerman, outside of Fresno, the population was basically 40% white, 40% Mexican. So we know everything about Menudo. We know Menudo. Yeah. And when you get a certain age, you're out, and then they get a new kid to go in and be in the Menudo. It's ongoing, new kids on the block, but Menudo's been there way longer. New kids,
way longer than new kids on the block.
Real young kid band it was, really.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure because there's been a lot of talk on channels about the 24th of October. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's Tripe Day. It's fucking Tripe Day. So I mean, put that on your calendars, everybody.
No, it's not. It's not a fish. It's
not a fish, man.
Wow.
You know what it is? But
Hey,
Halloween.
look, it's our good friend Rasta Bear from Portland.
Yeah, Rasta Bear, what's up, bro?
I forgot he moved to Washington.
Oh, I found weed, man. I'm gonna tell Rasta Bear something really cool story, Eric. I'm gonna add. I hate taking it off the subject,
Rasta
but
Bear,
I've been
this
broke
story
as
is for
fuck.
you.
I've been broke as fuck. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. I'm smoking a cigar. I've ground out a cigar. I've got a rolling machine. I'm rolling cigars and shit. Anyway, in the cigarettes. But anyway, that's not the point. So I'm walking a fucking dog. I swear to God. And I'm like, man, you could hook. My birthday was last Saturday, of October 17th. And I look up and I said, God, or fucking back of the turtle, or whatever you want to call it, man, hook me up. Hook me up with something. This sucks. Swear, I'm not lying during the apocalypse. So I'm walking a fucking dog. And so I look down, the dog's taking a shit. Sounds funny. And it's true, though. The dog's taking a shit.
And that makes you remember Rasta Bear? I don't know. That
Yeah,
sounds
Rasta Bear.
story. Rasta.
Dog's taking a shit. And so as I look down on the ground, there's a little baggie. And the fucker was filled with weed. There's a little baggie of weed. I said, no way. No way. The dog took a shit. Well, he took a shit on the little baggie, but once you wipe it off, it's okay. But yeah, I swear to God, not lying to the apocalypse, I swear to fucking God, I found a little baggie of weed where the dog was taking it. The dog was taking his shit in the air, like a bag of weed. So yeah, I'm actually kind of excited at the moment. And then tomorrow's Tripe Day. So he knows I'm not lying. I found weed. So this weekend, tomorrow, I'm gonna have a good time, Eric. I'm gonna smoke a little bit of weed. I'm gonna think about Tripe Day on Tripe Day tomorrow, and then National Tripe Day, that is. And then next week we're gonna focus, Eric. We're gonna focus in on gate night. I'm gonna open up some fucking gates with some sheep around here. I'm gonna enjoy Halloween, man. I'm gonna enjoy it. This is how they've done it forever here.
Why not?
Opening up gates to sheep.
You should enjoy Halloween.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy Halloween. I'm gonna dress up. I'm gonna dress up as a sheep.
I'm just looking out my window.
Look out your window. What's out your window?
Oh.
But yeah, Rasta Bear, I found weed. I'm not shitting you guys. I'm pretty happy, man. Pretty happy.
Give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You're back.
Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know. I should talk about more history shit for Halloween. I don't know. Again, you guys look up Lemuria. Have that in your mind. Everyone's like, well, Lemuria. So people are like, whatever, like the curious effect. What the fuck has Lemuria got to do with Halloween? Roman Empire. Roman Empire is everything. Of course, you got All Hallows Eve. Okay, the 31st. All Saints Day, the word for it. That's what the Vatican calls it now. November 1st, because it's actually the eve. So November 1st, you got to go to people's houses and then. The original story of in this place is that on All Hallows Eve, kids used to go to the door and they used to make cakes, and the cakes had raisins in them, and so they would give the kids cakes, raisin cakes, and the kids. The reason why they gave them raisin cakes is so the kids could pray for the families that had died already. So that's weird. So the reason why they're going to the door is to get raisin cakes. And so they can be bribed into praying for the deceased family members on the All Souls Day. So add that to your list of weird shit. Of course, we know about, I added it down on the 5th. Those of us over here, I've been hearing explosions every night because everyone's getting ready for Bonfire Night, which is also banned. But people are going to sneak around over here in England and have Bonfire Night to celebrate good old-fashioned the Hawk guy. Everyone knows Hawk, whatever his name is. So yeah, in my time, he blew up Parliament. He was successful, but over here, he's not successful. New on me. Some of you guys might remember him blowing up Parliament, but apparently he didn't. So let's keep that in mind when you're doing your bonfire nights. And those of you that might have this misremembering effect. Also, everyone knows turnips. We all know that turnips were the original before pumpkins. It was turnips. And what they did in this place was they carved out a turnip, they put scary faces on it, and they put a candle in it, and they put it on a stick. So the kids would carry a pole around with a turnip on it with a scary face that's on fire. and they would hide in the bushes and scare people with a fucking turnip ugly face on a stick. Never heard of that before, but that's in this place. Hold on. Let's see here. The sheets that people that wear sheets over their head is supposed to be ghosts. It's symbolizing a shroud.
Woo! Nice.
Shroud. Where'd you get your box?
Yeah.
You got your gift? What'd you get, man? You should share. What you got?
Honestly, the wife ordered it from IKEA. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's some kind of it's some kind of furniture thing that I got to put together.
I'm gonna give them the finances here. So on a normal Halloween night, well, not night, but a normal Halloween coming up to the event, typical Americans or whatever they spend about $8.8 billion. $8.8 billion on Halloween. So it's now $8.8 billion. I'm just the messenger reading the shit off of whatever information is provided. $8.8 billion on Halloween now, where it used to be a bunch of people wearing fucking rags and then that's it. So that's what they spend on Halloween now. So now it's a big ass business. And yeah, Eric. So, again, don't forget about the blue moon on the 31st, which only happens every 19 years. So go ahead, Eric.
What day is the blue moon on again? What day is that it? What day is it?
Oh, so the 31st. Yeah, so October 31st is the blue moon, and it only happens every 19 years.
Oh, blue moon.
New for me. I don't know about that. That's just new for me. Also, 19, if you guys look up the letters for 19, if you do your whatever letters, 19 is AI.
Let me share it.
AI. 1A, 9. Anyway, yeah.
The blue moon, according to the folklore, the next blue moon will come October 31st, 2020.
Yeah.
It's called a blue moon because it'll be the second of two full moons in a single calendar month.
Yeah. We got two. Yeah. We had two full moons this month.
Yeah, it says most blue moons are not blue in color. The photo of the moon among fast clouds was created using special blue filters. The next blue moon will come October 31st. It's called the blue moon because we know the first blue moon of the month by the fall will October 1st and 2nd. So that was the first one. There's another definition for blue moon. It can be the third of I hate it when the page refresh itself and then and then you're off because it was saying something that it's actually there's another definition. Okay, it can be the third of the 4 full moons in a single season, with the season being between the solstice and the equinox. The next season of blue moon will be August 22nd of 2021. Only problem is of course, fucking living in Seattle, we're always full with clouds. So even if the moon is special, I won't be able to see it.
No, there's no blue moon on 2/21.
No, I'm talking about on October 31st.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't even be able to see it because here in Seattle, usually Halloween, it's never a clear sky.
Yeah, it's always pretty cloudy. Yeah, I'm hoping to see the blue moon. I'm over here, so I'll probably end up turning into a werewolf. So Americans turn into werewolves in England. Just no choice. That's just how it works. Stay off the moors, man. That's the problem. I went on the moors. Supposed to stay off the fucking moors, man. Shit. First place Americans go is the moors.
I honestly thought Guy Fawkes was caught. Fox blowing up. Apparently, he was caught before blowing it up.
Yeah, Guy Fawkes. I kept saying Hawks. Yeah, Guy Fawkes. 19 years since 9. Yeah, 9. But yeah, correct. So yeah, Guy Fawkes, not Hawks. Guy Fawkes. Yes, Guy Fawkes did not blow up Parliament. He failed here.
Great tune from the 80s. Used to break dance to a bob.
Yeah.
oh yeah, the famous break dancing. And was that?
Yeah, I love break dance. I carried my own cardboard
from Silver Spoons that used to have a breakdance video. You could buy his little break. Remember that on the commercial? You could buy his breakdancing kit. You put the square on everything.
Yeah, the kid from Silver Spoons. Yeah, he wore like the Eddie Murphy red the
Yeah,
Eddie Murphy
yeah.
red outfit. Yeah, that outfit that Eddie Murphy wore during the comedian thing was all red. I think it changed. I think it's blue now, but it used to be red. If you guys watch that Eddie, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on this, but Eddie Murphy, Bob is America. Where will? Yeah, man. Yeah, correct.
Manchester was on the news today.
It's always on the news. Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the news saying I don't know what's facts or not. They're saying that Manchester is the last town in UK to shut everything down again.
Yeah, they won't do it here. They're trying not to. I'm in a rebellious place, man. A lot of people on the underground over here are like resistant. I'm kind of running resistance over here. I don't know about the other sites, but I like to be on foot and run around. I don't sit in a basement with a fucking microphone. I'm out running around and doing shit. But yeah, so Manchester is kind of like the last line of defense, and it's kind of cool that they're resisting over here. Pretty badass people, man. I mean, I've met nothing but tough motherfuckers, believe me, in Manchester or around the area of Manchester or from Manchester in general. The tough motherfuckers. I think two tough Manchester guys actually hacked the Mandela Effect fucking site, so that would say right there a little bit tough here. Nobody else has done that, so yeah, I'd say Manchester's pretty badass when it comes to and people in England in general. Pretty badass when it comes to the to the awaken effect. Pretty badass. Yeah, the mayor won't go for it. People here are resistant all the way. They're still just doing their own thing.
I want to show, hey Bob, I want to show. I got permission to show. We don't have to,
Liverpool's badass too. Liverpool's badass too. By the way,
I got
shout out to Liverpool
to play this video. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to. Oh, I got too many things up here. Let me get rid of this. Oh, I forgot to do Grandpa's World today, but I'll do Grandpa's World on Monday. But I got permission to play this video, The Secret of Samhain, the true history behind Halloween. The person just messaged me back. She has a channel called Windows of the Soul. She replied to me, sure, because when I play people's videos, I always ask first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to get hit with, copyright and this, because this is a video she made. This is the secret of Samhain. Now, we can pause it, Bob. Yeah. Just tell me when to pause it if you want to say something in the middle of this. It's only 5 minutes.
Yes.
Samhain is a pagan religious festival originating from an ancient Celtic spiritual tradition. Samhain translates to summer's end, and is usually celebrated from October the 31st to November the 1st to welcome the harvest and acknowledge and greet the dark half of the year. In Celtic Ireland, around 2,000 years ago, Samhain was the division of the year between the lighter half of summer and the darker half of winter. It is a spiritual new year for Druids and pagans, a time for reflecting on what has been and envisioning what will be, and a time to remember our ancestors, since during this time the veil between the realms of the living and the realms of the dead is believed to be thinnest. Across these 3 nights and days, the world of the supernatural was believed to be more visible than at any other time period. This is a time when the line between our worlds was essentially blurred. Fae, spirits, and sprites would be up to tricks and trouble. Spirits and the ghosts of the dead were also thought to roam the earth. Crops and animals would be sacrificed. Offerings would be left out, and huge.
Now, Bob, I'm going to continue this, but you're not going to go out and sacrifice any animals, are you?
No, that's the Christian Bible. Moses has to burn. There's seven clean animals on the ark, but when he reaches land, he had to burn one of them alive. So yeah, that's it has to be one of the clean animals.
But you're not going to do it.
I'm not burning any animal alive. No.
All right, I want to make sure. Okay, this is good. I'll continue.
No offense to Christians.
Bonfires built and burned to appease deities and mischievous spirits during this time. Ancestors were honored and welcomed into the home with especially prepared food and offerings, while any spirits regarded as harmful or malevolent were warded away. People would wear costumes and masks to disguise themselves so any spirits with harmful intentions would not recognize them.
Okay.
This is the festival.
So basically, what I'm learning so far is part of the festival is so the spirits don't go after you. Is basically you wear a costume to kind of bear it. Now they never really say does a costume have to be a direct costume with a color paint or something, or is it kind of just be like, say Bob, say you want to dress up like a woman, will that count as a costume?
Well, I mean, also, I mean, in native culture, and well, this is all old cult, basically native. It's what it is. It's European native, but same thing with Native American culture. If you were to take a body to an area where they lay the dead, you have to be painted. It's called painted. So you got to be painted. So if you're dealing with any spirits whatsoever, and you don't want to be fucked with, you got to be painted. What I mean painted means they paint their faces. You got to put a couple stripes on your face. It don't matter. You got to paint your face. Even in indigenous cultures all around the fucking back of the turtle, if you're dealing with the dead, or you're putting a dead, or you're bringing someone to it, or you're on a native burial ground, you have to be painted, which means you paint your face. The same thing, same concept. You got to paint your face.
I put this video in the chat in case you guys wanted to watch it, later. If you're not, or if you want to subscribe to her, you can.
Yeah.
So here we go.
That celebrates the time of year when summer goes to rest. Pagan practice is based on the wheel of the year, which is divided into two halves, light and dark. Samhain, the fire.
It's kind of interesting, Bob. That's the 5-pointed star here is what we talk about with black sheep on Friday, not Friday, Wednesday, like in Washington, D.C., where 5-pointed stars equaled up to 5 different buildings.
Well, yeah, it's like north, south, east. It's basically, it's a compass, man.
Yeah.
So it has nothing to do with black magic, anything, no Satan's involved. If you've got a compass, if you line your compass up north, south, west, east, you're doing the same thing with the pentagram, but you're not using the compass. You got to know where north is. You might want to use a compass, but it has nothing to do with black magic. It's just Yeah, I just wanted
to bring that up. Here we go.
With ley lines, all that fun stuff.
Half of the year and is situated between the autumn equinox and the winter solstice, marking the end of summer and the harvest that comes with it, as well as the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time for rest and reflection. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III named November the 1st as a time to honor All Saints, and All Saints' Day would come to adopt many of the traditions of Samhain, such as the wearing of costumes. The evening before was known as All Hallows' Eve, and later Halloween. The Irish carried their Halloween traditions to America, where today it is one of the major holidays.
Oh, okay. You know what? I never honestly, I never realized that it was the Irish people who brought the Halloween culture to America. That's
Irish and Scottish, both Irish and Scottish. And remember, they settled the United States much, much later. Yeah. So at the time they settled it, Eric, also they also had the Bonfire Day. They've already had a tradition of Bonfire Day. You see what I'm saying? So in Halloween and Bonfire Day, they all kind of went together. So yeah, it's around the same time.
Okay, here we go. Continue some more.
The year, though other traditions have blended into Halloween. For example, the American harvest time tradition of carving pumpkins. Over time, Halloween evolved into a day of activities like trick-or-treating, carving jack-o'-lanterns, festive gatherings, donning costumes, and eating sweet treats. But Samhain, with its emphasis on the supernatural, is unmistakably pagan. Many people believe that Samhain has dark and demonic roots. Often misunderstood, pagans and druids were considered to be evil worshippers of devilish or demonic gods and spirits, and the Celtic underworld became identified with the Christian hell. The misconception was largely due to a British amateur historian who first visited Ireland in 1762, known as Charles Vallancey. Vallancey claimed that linguists had mistranslated the word Samhain. Instead
We've
of
only got
meaning
1 minute
summer's
left.
end, he argued it actually referred to a Celtic god, alternately named Balsab, Bal meaning Lord and Sab meaning death.
Oh,
His
okay.
writings perpetuated the myth that the Celts celebrated a demonic god, Lord Samhain, with burnt human sacrifices and other barbaric rituals. Today, Halloween has become a holiday or masquerade like Mardi Gras, but many of the original traditions of Samhain still persist. There will be several videos coming on this channel throughout October that focus on Samhain and its traditions, rituals and spells that you can perform, how to decorate your home or altar, and ways in which you can celebrate in a way which is truer to the original intention, and much, much more. If you are enjoying the content on this
Cool.
channel,
That's cool. That was kind of cool.
Well,
I like
yeah, it's an indigenous culture. It's an indigenous ceremony. It's I use it. Everyone thinks of Europeans as just being born in a building with lots of machines and no. Everybody was an indigenous persons at one time in whatever country you came from. So same as indigenous peoples of America, indigenous peoples of South Africa, indigenous peoples of anywhere, China. The indigenous peoples always have their traditions. And so, yeah, again, it's just, the end of the harvest season, going into winter. Winter's a harsh time. It's darker. It's colder. It's, they're talking to, it's the thinnest part of the veil between the summer and the winter. It's light and dark. It's that one little thin line. So where things can come through back and forth. So they just make sure that nothing's going to be pissed off on the dark side. So they do a little bit of a ceremony, Thank you for the harvest. Don't hate us on the dark side,
And of course, any other culture can always try to add a devil spin to it.
Everything.
Anything. I mean, the number one cause of that is the church themselves. Everything's the devil to the church.
Well, everyone talks about they're afraid of the fucking horned beast. They're afraid of anything with horns. Well, Noah has horns now. So Noah has horns. I never had it in my time. I don't remember ever see all the Yeshua, Jesus himself, is now portrayed with lights that look like horns. I'm sorry to say that it does. And all the paintings, Alexander the Great now has got coins with horns on ram's horns. So all of these famous people within antiquity all have horns now. There's horns. So they're not bad people. I don't know.
Not at all.
So I've never heard of them being bad.
No,
but they have horns now, so we got to be careful with the horn accusations things. They're all the part of the Satan. No, I don't think so.
No.
Don't bother me.
It's just Halloween is just such a fun time for everything. It's like Christmas. It's like one thing that the whole world agrees on. The whole world does Christmas. The whole world does Halloween, and Halloween's not the holiday. And we got all these other fucking stupid holidays. I'm not saying Labor Day is stupid or all this, but we got. Why not have another holiday that represents the world?
Well, it's an indigenous holiday. It's an indigenous holiday, no matter what your skin color is. It's an indigenous holiday all over the back of this fucking turtle.
You're right.
Nothing about it. When I say pagan, it's generalized across.
It's the one day of the year that we all dressed up, not as our skins. You know what I mean? You were all covering our skins. Yeah. It has nothing to do with what race you are, because you're dressing up as something that's beyond.
Yeah.
And, like next Friday when we do the show, I'm going to be dressed up as something. I ain't going to say what it is yet.
Yeah.
It is. It's kind of cool. We're all druids over here in Britain. So glad you enjoyed the video. Thanks for playing it.
Yeah.
And thank you for letting us. Thank you for letting us show the video.
That was great. That's a good video. Very good video. Yeah.
Well, I always have permission, Bob. I never just play other people's video without permission. I don't believe in doing it. Always a dark and light side in all indigenous cultures. It is.
Yin yang across the board, yin yang across the board, dark and light, dark and light. We're just, this is the month for dark and light. Now, I have this fucking month, dude, I have experienced a whole lot of mischief. I mean, mischief like a motherfucker. I'm like, things are like, where's this at? I didn't buy this. This thing switched. This is switched. This is cooking dinner one day. I turned off the stove. I walk into another room and come back and the fucking stove is on. And no, I turned off the stove.
Everybody, I'm gonna put that video. The person who owns that channel is called Window to the Soul. I'm gonna put her channel in the chat. To give a little shout out, give her a little sub from us, just to say thank you for letting us show the video, because it's kind of cool when people do that. Because most people don't even respond to you when you ask. They're like, and having a person respond, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. So that's her web page, YouTube page, and she's got such a lot of great videos that Jiminy Queris, and maybe she'll allow us to play some of these other videos. Like, it has all our birth months on here. I gotta check that out. That's awesome.
I want to see that one too.
I gotta check that out. But,
I was born this month, man. Anybody born this month, I shout you out. If you're born this month, I shout you out. Libras, we're the Libras. We're the lawmen. We're the scales of justice. B for T justice, Eric. The Libras. Shout out to the Libras.
Val, she's another channel that I love. I can't make every single live show, but she does a lot of live shows with a lot of guests from different paranormals. Different paranormal people are on there, and I'm trying to get one of them on my show. So there's her channel. There's Through the Veil Paranormal channel. She's got a lot of great paranormal people on there, and I love conversations about the paranormal, because if you believe in paranormal effect, if you believe in that, it's all part of the paranormal. Even Halloween has a paranormal feel, so it's that awesome feel of the year. It's just, I love Halloween. It's just so fun. Your yard, dressing it up. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, at least I get I see after it's over, I get bonfire night. So I get if hopefully they'll have that. I know people in Manchester will have it. I know some underground people in Liverpool will have it. I know some people all over in certain areas where we're going to have bonfire night. We're going to remember how something was blown up in Parliament. Over here it wasn't, but it was in my time.
Where you at, Bob? Are you guys decorating anything? I mean, like for me, I love just decorating, putting skeletons in the ground.
Oh yeah, there's people decorating. There's some people decorating. Again, I'm in a rebellious place, man. It's rebellious. It reminds me of Seattle. So people are still decorating. People are still doing their thing.
Yeah,
they're not playing no fucking games. So they're like bullshit.
And you can't see in the picture, but I have like video, not video, but I have like a camera system in the ground that does Halloween effects on the house itself. I got that because I love Halloween.
Yeah. I'm happy to be in a place where people are still fighting,
And there's Bob
fighting.
I gotta tell you something, man. They say after the operation she has, right? They said that the dog's going to be calm and stuff. This dog, I don't know what they did to this dog after the operation. She is more hyper than ever.
I believe it.
She has become the devil. I think she's possessed.
It's a dog. That's an English bulldog, dude. They're always got energy. But they'll slow down when they get older. They get real slow. They get lazy.
Well, I tell you what,
yard.
Oh man, you got to send us pictures. You send us pictures, I would put that on here.
Yeah.
Halloween,
I'm gonna hit a couple cemeteries.
Halloween is just awesome. I mean, like I said, man, this whole room here, I got freaking toys. You can say it's Halloween. I got the crow here. I mean, it's just fun.
Yeah.
But guys, what is this? I live in the northeast of the UK, and no way will let Bonfire night pass us by. About northeast of the UK.
Yes.
How far is the northeast of the UK where you're at in Manchester?
Pretty not that far. I mean, Britain ain't big. Britain's not big, dude. I can drive through it. It's like size of California, really. It's a little bit bigger. I don't know. It's not that bad. It's not that
My
big.
dog's a hyper too. But flat. The vet place gave me these pills that's supposed to calm down the dog because after you have a surgery, you can't have a dog hyper. We'll give this dog the pill and it does nothing. It does nothing. This dog is just like I don't give my dogs drugs, but it's like this dog's on cocaine even after I give that pill.
It's a big dog, man. It's English bulldog. English.
Oh, and then last night, Bob. I know I'm going to end the show in a second, but last night I swear to God, I just washed these blankets. And I put on a small couch because I was going to fold them up. I just washed them because there was pee on it from before. I walk into the kitchen just to get a fast cup of coffee. She jumps on the small couch and pees right on it again. I'm like, really? I just took you outside. How much fucking pee do you have in your system? And why? And Violet, and my daughter Violet, right? She lets the dog in the room. The dog jumps on her bed and pees. Just right on the bed. It's like, what is with blankets?
Marking. She's marking her areas. Marking your territory.
Naked in the forest of the Samhain with my coven. Well, our other favorite guest that we have come on is the witch goddess, and she tells us that. Remember, I mean, I'm not joking around, people. She said that. Remember, I asked her a question. Is there a reason why people dance naked? What was it? When you dance naked, there's more soul, there's more power. When you're one with nature without clothes, remember that's what the witch goddess has said. You know what? A window to the soul. I don't know if you do, if you go on live shows or not, or anything, but if you do go on shows, Bob and I would love to have you Monday, Wednesday, or Friday next week because it's a Halloween week. We would love to have a representation of this on our show. So let me know if you could come on our show. And I'm going to put my email address here. Just email me. And one of those days next week, we would love to have you on. And we could get in deeper about, like you said, you wrote that I'm not even joking. And I'm not saying you are joking. And I would like to dig in deeper on, is there, the dancing in the forest of Samhain, what does that do? We I know we joke around, but we don't joke around.
You ever see a very large man that's hairy, that's blind, dancing out in the forest? It's scary as shit. That's what I'm going to do too. I'm going to go dancing naked in the forest.
She wrote, to be honest, I don't understand why we celebrate one of the biggest cock-ups in English history. Guy Hawkes failed to blow up the House of Lords.
Yeah, they say that, but I remember him doing it. I remember Guy Fawkes actually succeeding, but I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
I'm sorry. Only Flat Accord Music will have this question. Do you wear shoes? I'll be worried about thorns and stuff like that. That's funny.
I'm barefoot majority of the time. I walk around barefoot almost all the time. I'm having problem wearing boots, man. My feet hurt. My feet change so much, and I walk around barefoot. I wear flip-flops even in the wintertime, and then half the time I take my shoes off and I'm walking around the forest, and my feet feel great in the grass, man. I love it, muddy and messy.
Well, you're not kidding about like certain feet, like I know now we're on feet talk. Guys, we're talking about feet talk. What is the difference between feet? I have a big curve, too much of a curve in my feet. So like I have to buy like special shoes where for my feet, I can't wear shoes that are super soft. It has to be a lot of pressure and hard because if I wear something that's too soft, it hurts my feet. it'll actually get sore and stuff. So I got to wear things hard. So I rather wear hard shoes or not wear anything soft and wear barefoot. Or my curve can get sore. That's weird.
Yeah. A lot of pressure and hard, huh, Eric?
Well, guys, you know what? We're going to end it on that. We're going to end this show today on that. Today was great. Today was fun. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys learned a lot about when we talked about when you get a ticket, what you should look for. So I hope everybody had a good time. I walk on the beach every night. It makes me feel happy, especially when the moon is full or close to full. That's awesome. Bob,
I highly recommend it.
Hold your hand in the dark, running around naked, or an alien, and what body part? When I was asking earlier if somebody in the chat can draw pictures, I would love somebody to draw a cult, the alien hand job cult, and maybe draw a picture of Bob and the alien, and we'll create a cult symbol picture of Bob.
The best one will become a T-shirt.
What's the nuclear thumbnail? I rarely get toe jam. Incoming mail, laugh out loud, last. But if somebody could draw me a picture of an alien cult hand job picture with an alien with Bob, I want to create a shirt on my tree yard. I want to create a shirt with Bob's new cult, the alien hand job cult.
It's got to be tasteful, though. At the same time, it has to be tasteful.
But remember, for the picture to work, you really can't show everything. Just show enough of an alien doing something to Bob, and we'll make a shirt out of it.
Anybody get a big old pressure in your ear?
I can draw. So, Val, what I'm looking for is Robert Torres came up with a fantastic idea about Bob creating a cult called the Alien Hand Job Cult. So I need a picture kind of Bob representing with the alien, so we create the hand job cult, and we want to make that into a shirt.
Yeah. That'd be great.
All right, guys, we're going to end this show. I had a great time. Just letting you know, next week also, Bear Sheep Research is going to be coming back on. We're going to find a day, and we're going to do a whole conversation about resurrection, about being reincarnation. Again, our soul being reincarnated into bodies. So we're going to dive in too deep into that. I don't know what day is going to be next week, but we're going to dive into deep of reincarnation. So that's going to be
divers.
And I'm going to try to do my best to find some paranormal guests, because I want to have a paranormal week. Because, guys, it's the week of Halloween. We got to celebrate this. We got to have Halloween stuff, Halloween stories, Halloween paranormal. I want witches. I want Veil. Hey, maybe Veil. Maybe I can get the witch goddess, get a bunch of all of it, and have one big panel on next Friday. One big, huge paranormal panel. That will be awesome. I know
that'd actually be really good.
Maybe
that'd be cool.
You know, I'll do my best, and maybe we could get our new friend Window to the Soul, maybe with that big panel, and just have a huge ass panel of paranormal, and we could talk shit and have fun. And we'll talk shoes, Bobs. You want to talk about socks? You want to talk about alien hand jobs on that Friday? We could talk about alien hand jobs.
Talk about alien hand jobs.
Hey, don't upset Taurus. Yes, don't let the werewolves and yetis get jealous. I know, right, Taurus?
Cállate with the hand jobs. Wait.
Want my reincarnation story again? Yes, we can do it. We'll do it all. What would officially make you part of the coven? Laugh out loud. Yes, I want to know what makes part of the coven. I want to know this. This is why we do this show, Gypsy Road Journey into the Paranormal Effect, because we want to learn everything. So beyond that, guys, I want to say goodbye. Thank you, and thank you to our new friends that are joining the show. You guys are all fantastic people, and have a good day. See you later.